Today we're going to be doing some more developing. This isn't going to be a strict tutorial, so to speak. I'm just going to be working on Terminal Island. So you guys kind of see my development process. I've done this once before and I got pretty good feedback, so I think it's worth trying again. Man, this world's coming right along. I'd say I'm towards the end of development on this world. Right now I'm working on the colony, which is a big town section right here that you can see that has all kinds of fun stuff in it. But what I'm going to do is we're going to be creating a shield destruction machine, so to speak. Shield salvager. There's the term I'm looking for. Pretty much, you can spend a lot of money on these machines and they will create random shields for you. And while they're awesome, it also costs a lot of resources. So I'm going to have a device that will break down your shield into randomized amounts depending on the grade of the shield. So, and there's a couple of other interesting parameters that we're going to be working with too. But let's get into that. So obviously I'm using a lot of systems you guys probably aren't familiar with, so I'm just going to go with them and you guys can hopefully follow along. So let's search Astro. What I think I'm going to do is have it's going to look kind of like a forge, and it's going to have a bunch of fire in it, so I'm going to have to build that rig, and I need to do it in as few pieces as I reasonably can, because I'm starting to get near the creation limit of my world. You can have 3,000 objects in your world during editing, and I've hit that, and I had to cut a bunch of objects out, which made me sad, but oh well, it happens. So this piece right here is one of the most versatile and one of my favorite pieces in all of Project Spark. So I'm definitely going to be using it. I thought I got the power turned off. Okay. Turn on snap. I'm going to put it right there. Looks good. There, two, there. Now, I'm just trying to think in my head how I want this to look. These are always good for making something look really big and tough. Turn it white, because pretty much my whole world's... all these pieces in my world are white. Okay. I want a little bit bigger though. Make it that big. Okay. Now let's add the pieces on top. Do a ceiling brace because these always look good. Yep, I'm getting near my object count limit again. I'm gonna have to think what pieces I need to cut out. Well, I guess I'll probably do this really quickly then. Rather than maybe making it look like a forge, I'll probably have it a computer with some machinery here, and then you can break it down that way. So let's grab some machinery. There's one big piece that looks like a machine. Shrink it. Rotate it. Something like that, maybe? I don't like that. How about that? That's a little bit better, but... let's do that. Make sure I'm not sticking out this side. As I've said, I have a messy development process. But it works for me, so. I'm going to tweak these a little bit so that they're closer. I think I'm just going to put like a chest there at the bottom. And when you salvage your shield, it'll just create the remains in that chest. So that can be rotated this way as well and have our computer bank right there. Definitely do that. Let's move our that back. There we go. And we can delete that piece because it's no longer needed. There we go. That looks good enough. It's hard when you have your hands tied with an object limit. I suspect I'll be able to cut some of my colony down, but I haven't gotten to that point yet, so it remains full size until otherwise. Let's see, which way does this open? Okay. There we go. Let's put that right there. Go. I've been using these chests as dispensers all around the world, and I've been actually very happy with how they look. Get rid of your brain. Wouldn't mind something connecting that better than it just sticking out. What should we use? What are we going to use? Let's use, I'll just leave it for now. Should grab a computer. Computer terminal. Need to borrow some code from elsewhere to get started. There we go. White, leave everything else the same, but its base, it'll be off by default. There we go. Okay. I'm going to borrow some brain from my generators, which just act as my generic shop brain for the world. Copy page. Paste page. I believe it's generator 6 in this room is when it's equals to true. Then, we can leave that variable the same. We'll detect players is going to say shield salvage. Interactions equals true. That's our description. Would you like to salvage your currently equipped shield for its base resources? Randomized drops depend on the grade of shield. Now, I'm aware that this can be abused because I have a shield saving device, so you can go and salvage your shield, then save a shield, then salvage a shield, and so on. And it's really not practical for me to figure out a way to archive which shields have been salvaged, so I'm just going to put a really long cooldown on it. So yes, you could abuse it, but the cooldown makes it kind of unnecessary. So if you have one or two shields that you just don't like, then you can get them salvaged, no problem. But if you want to salvage like 20 shields, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Okay. Most of this, usually you'd need X shield stuff and things, or resources to purchase, but since this is just don't salvage your shield, let's do another new line. Okay. There's something else I want to do, which is I want to grab a line of code I have elsewhere that displays the player's shield so that they can see what shield they're about to salvage. I think that's just right in the shield. Yeah. Player, shield name, and so on. Copy that. Okay, and when it's interactive, we need to assign this variable to player. Player equals it. And I know that line won't work. That line of code won't work there because this line of code only works while shield generator is equal to false, and if shield generator equals true happens before this, then this line of code won't go into effect. So this line of code has to happen first, and then this line of code can happen, even though they happen at the same time. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the purchase parameters, so to speak. Usually I have resources that it reduces, but the main thing is I have to be able to see, number one, does the player have a shield? And number two, is it a specific name of a shield? Because this shield, I'm going to have a few specialty shields that you can craft on their own. They're not randomized, you always get the same shield every time, and they have super special abilities. Like the one that I'm working on is called Isolated Savior, and when your shield depletes, it creates a robot for you that helps and fights alongside you. So that's pretty awesome. I need to find exactly what piece of text it assigns the name. No shield. I'm going to copy that. Go back over here. When our player shield name will be shield name not equal to no shield. So if you've never picked up a shield, it'll say no shield. If you have picked up a shield, then you're going to have the name of that shield. We also want to put a few more of these in for all the names of our specialty shields. So rather than no shield, it's going to be Isolated Savior, which, just to make sure I'm getting all the spaces right and everything's just perfect, I'm going to copy it from over here. I'm going to copy it from right here. This is the name of the shield. Yeah, Isolated Savior. I have a few cool ideas for these shields, such as one when your shield depletes, it pushes your enemies away from you and lights them on fire. Another one could be, let me think. Oh, I think there was one that had a chance to revive you instantly at no price if you died. So that'd be pretty cool. When shield name is not equal to Isolated Savior, then they can go ahead and it chimes success, and we're gonna reset all of their settings or all of their parameters to 0 except 1. So started to player max shield, not max health, maybe max shield equals 0. Let's see, recharge delay equals 0, recharge rate equals 0, we need to do the health recharge stuff too. Health delay equals 0. Health rate equals 0. We need to change the name of the shield to no shield. Chime success, go to the next page. The only thing we did not reset here was the shield grade, because we need to take a look at that on the next page to decide how much of each resource they're going to get. So when player shield grade is equal to, let's run through my text here. What's the first one? The first one is recruit. I have 70. Oh, jeez. Let's just do that. Recruit. When it's equal to recruit, then it's going to count down timer. Let's do like 3. Countdown timer 3. And then for the duration of 1. Actually, we need to do a random number. Duration of random number. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm doing here, which is understandable why you wouldn't, I have 3 different grades of shields in this world. Recruit, Advanced, and Prototype. And when you salvage them, it gives you a randomized amount of loot back depending what grade it is. So the Recruit is going to give you 1, 2... let's do 3. Yeah, let's do 3. 1 to 3 as integer. Create. And we need to run all the way across the island to grab my Creolisk. It's actually shorter going this way than it is to follow the island if you just swim across, except swimming's toxic. So we're going to grab the Creolisk. Not towards. We need it at position. You know what? I will get back to that. Next, we're going to do the same thing. The duration of, let's do 2 to 6. We're going to create iron. So they have a chance to get 1 Creolisk and 2 iron, or they have a chance to get 3 Creolisk and 6 iron. Just depends how lucky they get. Or, you know, anything in between. Let's make a quick trip back. Oh yeah, that's going to be one of the specialty shields too, is allow you to swim in water. Because the water is very toxic on this island. This, right. There we go. Position. Astro Crate. And it's important to do center. Astro Crate center. And let's do a countdown timer for a ½ second. Countdown timer that. Grab this. Power on. Power on. There we go. So if the player has a shield grade of recruit, it'll do this. And then after that countdown timer, it is going to set the player's shield grade to not set. Player shield grade equals, go back to this page. Let's just put not set. Not set. There we go. And that'll end it. Okay, so that's pretty much the basic idea. I'm gonna copy this, and rather than recruit, we're going to have advanced. Apparently this isn't in order. Advanced. There we go. When it's equal to advanced, to count down 3. And rather than 1 to 3, we're going to make it... Now let's do 2 to 7. That's a pretty good range. And then instead of 2, we're going to do 4, 2. Let's also do 7. Okay. 7 seems a bit high, actually. Let's do 6. Okay. Pretty simple. The last one is prototype. Prototype. And this one is going to be 4. Actually, we want to make it 5. We want this one to be a little bit more rewarding. 5 to 7. Not as big a range, but it's a lot more consistent. Actually, we're going to leave this one at 4 at the bottom, but then boost this up to 10. They have a chance to get 10. There we go. That should work out pretty well. So, that's the mechanics of it. Let's do a little bit of aesthetics. So let's do display. Salvaging shield. I'm going to put this at screen position 0, so it's in the center of the screen. Font size as large. We're going to make this duration of 3. And let's add a good sound effect in here. Play sound. Mechanical is always good. Mechanic. That's a decent sound. Let's go with that. We'll play that. Excellent. Okay. Everything looks pretty good. The only last thing is we have to kick it back to the previous page after a cooldown. So then, countdown timer, and let's make this like a... For testing, let's do a 20-second cooldown. But I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to tweak it so that it's longer than that. Don't mind me. I'm trying to think of a lot of things at once. Let's see, display. And let's have them do say. Cooldown. 4 minutes. Without box. There we go. See, that needs to be... Yeah, let's have that countdown timer like 5 so that pops up after they've made their shield and continues until it switches them back to the previous page. Wonderful. Everything looks like it's in order. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a test. Yes, I know my object count's high. Calm down. Project Spark, it's all whiny. They need to release like another Massive World Builder pack so I can increase it to like 4,000. Okay. Let's grab a ton of resources. It just occurred to me I probably need to run over there with a prototype shield, or with each different type of shield. So, okay. Let me run over here and grab a prototype, not prototype, a recruit shield, one of the basic ones. So, need to open up this generator. If I was seriously testing this world, then I'd have this all much more streamlined. But, well. Let's create a shield. Cough some out. Alright, terrible shield. 9. Capacity. Whatever. It works. Now let's go teleport to the colony. And salvage it. Oh man, I needed to test it before I had picked up a shield. Whatever. We'll do that next time. This one's, I guess, is testing how much Creolisk we get from it. Okay, so we're here. Let me turn on these generators really quick. Because these are all kind of necessary to get the whole colony up and rolling. Okay. Shield salvage. Might want to increase the range on that just a little bit. But would you like to salvage here? Salvage shield. I realized what I did. Forgot to put as frames. But oh well, look at all the pretty loot. You know, sometimes those bugs are more fun than the game. Oh yeah, and we didn't turn the one variable off that we need to or something. Oh, actually it destroyed my shield. That's why it wouldn't let me do it again. Hey, that worked. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go fix that. So that for the duration of not 3 seconds, but 3 frames. It's the little stuff that'll kill you. There we go. We also need to tell this shield. Let's do when not detect created objects. Power off. That way it will open up when we tell it to, but it'll close as soon as we've picked up all of the mad loot. And this time we're just gonna go straight to it. Did I pick up? I didn't pick up any resources. I kind of need to pick up some resources so I can buy a shield. Grabbing, yep, 260 resources should get me a little ways. I put a lot of work into these shields over there at the colony. I think you guys will really enjoy them. Okay, let's turn on these generators again. Okay, so I currently have no shield. So if I couldn't accept even if I wanted to. So that's good. Let's go over here, hit up the shield creator, and it's gonna go hardcore, all kinds of gears turning. It's gonna cough out. Really good shield actually, holy cow. Gosh. This is gonna hurt me a little bit to give away. I wish I had my savers here, but okay. So we're gonna salvage it. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Okay, it immediately closed. Apparently it stopped detecting. That's interesting. Okay, so it says cooldown for 4 minutes. It actually takes 20 seconds. And I have no shield at the moment, though I am curious. I'm very curious what happened if I went and fought an enemy. Because I may need to not only just empty out the stats of the shield, I may need to turn the shield off. Because there's a chance that this shield will give you 1 free hit. Because that's how the shield system works. Because I'm not going to go into 20 pages of math for no reason. It gives you 1 free hit between your shield expiring and going to your health. Well, that's new. That hasn't happened before. Nope, goes straight to your health. You have 0 shield, so it goes right to your health. Actually, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Ah! I don't know if I can outrun the golem. Oh, look, I can. Will he, like, stop chasing? Door. Uh-oh. Okay. I see a problem with this boss fight already. Okay. So it looks like everything is working. Looks like I need to make some tweaks to my golem. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Let me turn off the shield in general rather than... Oh, let's fix this thing. When it has power, I'm gonna have this countdown like 5 seconds. And then when... Let's do no longer. When no longer detect created... Oh, it didn't create the objects, that's why. There we go. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. Alright, let's go to this page. Let's do... Started to... Not once. Started to... Global... Shield... Shield equals false. This will remove it from your HUD completely. And we also need to do, yeah, this false. There we go. Should be good to go. Let's do one last test where I get each type of shield. Make sure everything is working within their correct parameters. Game. Think about adding some more character customization options. Like, not customization, but you get to pick from more than just this male and that female. Like maybe you have 3 of each model that you can pick from and play as, because it's really super easy to do that. Yeah, I need to open up my Titan facility over here. Turn on generator. One of these days, when I get closer to finishing the game, I'm going to do a full playthrough of the entire game. And probably break it up into pieces, because I suspect this game will take me upwards of an hour. But that's the point. It's supposed to be 1 hour of very interesting gameplay. So, we have a decent shield. Good recharge time and all that. Let's now head over to the colony. Salvage this sucker. To the colony. Okay. Usually you can't do this before you turn on these generators, but, you know, creator privileges. Okay, so let's go to the shield salvage. I probably should tweak that title so it warns you that it will delete your shield. There we go. And we got 3 Creolisk and 4 iron, so we actually got a pretty good drop. So I'm gonna wait for a minute, past 5 seconds, and see. Let's see. Oh, and there we go. So it says cooldown 4 minutes. Let's now grab one of these prototype shields, which is going to dwarf the other one, slashing gore. So there's extra capacity, and it's a little bit stronger and faster. Okay. Pretty decent shield. Let's salvage this. Got a lot more out of it. Got a lot of iron. Wow. Okay. So that's all good. Let's grab an isolated savior. There we go. I think that looks cool. Don't you guys think that looks kind of cool? Once I get it all finished. I'm quieter. So I have the isolated savior. It doesn't function its special ability, but yep, I can't do it. Okay. cool. Now let's do a quick teleport over to the medium shield generator, which makes advanced shields, and test that. Mining operations. I love mining operations. I put a lot of work into this little tiny building. It's funny because when I first made this building, I thought, man, this is a freaking huge building. What am I ever going to possibly do with this much space? And now I'm like, wow, I need to expand it because I don't have enough space for all the stuff I want to put in it. Because there's more stuff I want to put in there. Like, I need to put a gun blueprint because I only have one gun blueprint on the whole island, and it sucks. Like, the gun itself, which is kind of the point of a cheap gun. But anyways, let's create a shield out of this one. Crazy Orca. Pretty decent shield out of this machine. Head back over to the colony. You know, honestly, the reason that I added fast travel was for me, because it got so tiring to run all the way across the island all the time to just bug test one tiny little thing. So I just made fast travel. Okay. Salvaging this shield. And we got, looks like 4 iron and 4 creolus. So, looks like everything is in order. Excellent. Alright, well, that's pretty much the tutorial. If you guys found this interesting, leave a comment below. I'm still hoping to get a tutorial done this weekend. We'll see. I had a lot going on this weekend, and making one of these videos takes up a fraction of the time that it does to make a full-blown tutorial video. So that's why I've been doing more of these. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, ideas for the island, let me know. And don't forget about my giveaway competition thingy. We're going great. We have a lot of entries so far, and I'm going to start grading those next week. So, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys later.